Good morning, everyone. Big day today. We're going to get started with our roll call.
Ms. Parker?
Present.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Hess?
Present.
Mr. Tholen? Mr. Seroy? Mr. Dennell?
Present.
Mr. Smith?
Present.
Ms. Armour Earps? Present. Mr. Ashcraft?
Present.
Ms. Monday?
Present.
Mr. Scanlon?
Present.
Mr. Wheeler?
Present.
Mr. Alexander Hildebrand? We have a quorum.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, we're going to look for, I have nothing in front of me for public comment. Are there any public comments today? Any public comments today? Public comments? Okay, we're going to move on then to the approval of minutes from the April meeting. I'd like to entertain a motion, Mr. Scanlon, and second by Mr. Dunhill. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose, same sign. Okay, thank you. Moving on. We have no presentations this morning, right? Okay, good. So this is what we've been waiting for, the opening of the bids for the animal control building and uniform and mats. And I would like to entertain a motion to begin opening the bids for the animal control building. Ms. Armour Earps, and a second by Ms. Monday. All those in favor of opening the bids, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start opening the bids. Excuse me. Once all the bids are opened, we'll circle back at the end of the agenda and we will read off the bids and tabulate them at that time. Can I ask, did you cover the bid opening on the uniforms and mats too?
Not yet.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. We'd like to have a motion to open up the bid for the uniforms and mats. Mr. Smith, second by Mr. Scanlon. All those in favor to open, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Nay? Okay, opening the bids.
All right, we have received one bid for our uniforms and mats, and so you know how I spec this was I asked for a 3 different grades of uniform, a high grade, a mid grade, and then like a economy grade uniform, just to get an idea for you know, the different price points they would have. And then what I'm going to do is compare that to what we're paying now. And I'll sit down with Cintas and review this bid. But so what they have is they have it all line itemed by shirts, pants, coats, mats. Let's see what else they got here. Yeah, so they have an itemized proposal here for each item. So what I would like to do is have you grant me the authority to go with the lowest responsible bidder after I've had an opportunity to review this, sit down with them, meet with them, and if all their numbers check out, then like I said, we would go with the lowest responsible bidder.
Okay, make a motion. Mr. Scanlon, do we have a second for this? Mr. Smith, thank you. All those in favor? Yes.
What grade do we have right now?
I would say we have a low grade uniform right now, economy type grade uniform. The pants don't have a whole lot of flex in them. The shirts, same with the shirts. So I would like to get something that the guys obviously can move around in a little bit. What we have right now leaves a lot to be desired.
You got feedback from them?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Mr.
How many uniforms would it be?
15.
Any other questions? We, Mr. Hunter.
So what extended period is this gonna be for?
The length of the contract, I would ask for 3 years is what we've done in the past.
Good.
On our
Good.
uniforms and mats.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Any other questions? If not, okay. We have we are spending money, so we need a roll call vote.
We got a first and a second. Ms. Parker?
Yeah, aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Mr. Dennell?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Armour Herbst? Mr. Ashcraft? Ms. Monday? Mr. Scanlon? Mr. Wheeler? Motion carries.
Okay, very good.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is a facility duty report for last month. We had 186 work orders in the system. That's a very busy month, typically around 160 something. So the guys were obviously very busy. Moving on to the financial report that you have in front of you. You can see at this point last year we were at 498 to 11. We're currently at 468 812. I've looked through, if you recall from last month's meeting, we discussed 56,400, which is our service repairs by outside contractors. I did ask Mr. McCarty for the breakdown of that ledger, that ledger number, and it's all legit. I mean, we had an extraordinary amount of plumbing work. We had some remediation that needed to happen at one building. We had some electrical work that was done, roofing repairs, glass repairs, more roof repairs, more electric. So, I mean, it has been a very, very busy start to the year. And we are running ahead of where we were at this point last year. So, are there any questions on the financial report that you have in front of you?
Any questions?
Are any of these repairs insurance claims or?
No.
Okay.
Any other questions for Mr. Andrews? No? Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to accept the financial report from building Mr. Hunter, and a second by Ms. Monday. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Okay, motion carried.
All right, moving on to the building report. Here at 189, happy to report that we had our first AED training session last week. From what I was told, it went very well. I think we had about 14 employees present for the training, and we coordinated that with the sheriff and Miss DeLong out at the JCDC Medical. We have another training today at 1 p.m. that I will be sitting in on as well, and we have, I think, about 11 or 12 registered for the AED training this afternoon. So I'm happy that we're able to get that done. I have been working with the city of Kankakee, and I'll be getting with Anita here. We've got a fire drill that we're going to set up for next month with Kankakee City Fire, where they will come out and run us through a drill here in the building, obviously to encourage preparedness in the event of an emergency. Other than that, here in this building, a lot of HVAC repairs. If you've been on the committee for any length of time, you know that all of our units in this building are very old, and it's really a battle to keep them clean and operating as they should all summer long. So that's already started, and we had a couple that needed some tweaks. So we've been working through that. Moving on to the courthouse, as you heard from Judge Cunnington yesterday, the basement is 99% complete. There's a few items here and there. The electrical panel needs a new cover on it, some touch up here and there with some paint. Some ceiling grid touch up, but for the most part, we're pretty much complete in the basement. The chairs for jury assembly are due in today. I haven't checked with Dana at the courthouse yet, but they were supposed to be on site at 8 a.m. So I'll be checking up on that as soon as I get out of here. So we've got 165 chairs being delivered and assembled in the courthouse basement right now for jury assembly. Once the chairs are done, I've been working with both Kevin and Jason on getting the TV brackets installed, the TVs mounted, and then working on a camera and speaker system for the judge when he goes down to speak to the jury. It'll be cast to all the TVs in all the various areas of jury assembly, because if you recall from the drawing, jury assembly is not one big room. There's actually 3 rooms that encompass jury assembly. So each of those rooms will have a couple televisions mounted on the wall, and the judge will be able to deliver his address to the jurors while he's standing in the main area, if that makes sense. So I've been working with, like I say, Jason and Kevin on that. and we'll be ready to go for jury assembly in the month of June.
Okay,
So we got
good.
a couple weeks left, and we'll be ready to get that done. Sandy's office furniture is due in the middle of June, so that's something that, if you recall, we lost a couple weeks when we were trying to bid the project and open the bids. There was a couple issues there, so we did lose a few weeks on that. But middle of June, that is due to be in. The east unit, the compressor, we've talked about at length at this committee. We had nothing but problems with it. The contractor that I used and for the unit and performed all the work on the unit actually stepped up and replaced the unit. So I was happy that they did that. We bought the unit new, the contractor installed it, performed all the work on it, and we still had issues with
Oh
it.
my gosh.
So I explained to them that, my feelings, and they agreed, so they stepped up and bought a new unit and hooked it up. So happy that they did that. Annex and Old Jail, we've got some painting going on in the interior of the jail right now. I want to keep you aware of the tuck pointing that's going to need to be done at some point at the old jail. There's a lot of cracks in the facility just due to age. The windows need reglazing, so that's something that I've been in discussion with the sheriff on. But that is a project that I would like to at least you to keep in mind for possibly later this year.
Okay.
The new chiller is finally running at the annex. If you recall, it was a new unit from Carrier, and when it was delivered, there were multiple issues with the unit.
Oh my God.
Brand new unit. So there was questions regarding warranties and who could perform the work and who couldn't perform the work. But I'm happy to report that it is finally running. So it's nice to cross that one off the list. JCDC, we've talked about painting of the showers. That's something that's going to be happening at some point. Every shower in the place, the paint is peeling. Every single one. It's going to be $800 roughly per shower.
Wow.
And there's a lead time or a cure time of 14 days. So I've been working with Chief Kalawenzu to figure out a game plan to get these showers, I guess, cleaned, paint stripped, and then painted again. So that creates a lot of issues for corrections. They're going to have to move some people around because, like I say, the showers can't be used for 14 days. They have to cure. So that's something I'm working on. Hot water storage tank. If you recall, a couple months ago, we had a storage tank that blew out. The bottom was rusted. It's a 20-year-old unit. That's something that I've got scheduled for replacement. I did receive 2 bids on the project. One bid was $26,000. The other bid was $29,000. So obviously I went with the lowest bidder. But we were beginning to have hot water pressure issues out there, so it was something that I couldn't wait on. It had to be done and done quickly.
Okay.
So we're moving forward on that. The dishwasher we've talked about, that is something that's going to need to be replaced at some point. We talked at this committee a couple months back about issues just getting parts for a 20-year-old dishwasher. We actually managed to find some aftermarket parts that worked, so we've band-aided together and it's still running right now. But that's something, again, similar to the tuck pointing at the jail, something that we're going to probably want to consider, if not late this year, early next year, because I don't know how much longer we can keep that running. Yes, Andy?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Wes, because of lead times, can you check on that now?
Sure.
Because it might be a year before we get it, kind of like HVAC units, you're waiting a year plus.
Yeah.
Okay,
Will
thanks.
do.
Thank you.
The last item I have is we've been doing quite a bit of flooring installation out there. I'm happy to report that Chris Martin out there has done an outstanding job. And the money obviously we've saved by being able to do that in-house and installation of the carpet squares in Master Control. If you recall, that they wanted Master Control's floors stripped and waxed. Well, you can't strip and wax a floor for a facility that you can't ever shut Master Control down. So there's really no way to strip and wax the floor. So we made the decision to go with the carpet squares in Master Control and then in medical as well. So we've got medical probably 75% done. So that's something that he's going to be coming in this weekend to finish up. So
Okay.
that concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Mr. Mr. Hunter.
Yeah, not necessarily a question, but a comment, and I've been on this committee, I guess, for a while now, since I've been here, and every meeting, you provide specificity, you anticipate problems, you share with us what happened, what's going to happen, how we might be able to address it, et cetera. And I appreciate your professionalism. So there's no secrets when you come to us about, purchases and repairs, et cetera. And I really appreciate that in terms of your professionalism. So
Thank you.
we're notified in advance, and you've identified the vicissitudes, the problems, difficulties and stuff, and it really helps us as legislators to address the needs of your department.
Thank you. I enjoy my job and want to keep it. So
Yeah, and I think I mentioned to the chairman
Yeah.
that we need a long-term contract with you.
Yes.
And
we can talk about that.
no-cut contract with you.
Definitely.
All right, thank you. So we'll circle back now. Like they've been opening the bids, so at this point, I'll turn it over.
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Chairman, well,
Thank you.
Andy.
It occurs to me we should probably look at building a bid package for that window glazing and crack sealing and all that stuff over at the old jail. Because
Yeah, we actually-
well over. We kind of know it's going to be expensive. We should bid it.
So we actually went through in order to understand the magnitude of the issues, I had to hire somebody to go out with a lift and actually, look at each elevation, and that's already been done. And we have a comprehensive report on file already showing us what needs to be done there. So it's ready to bid. So that's something that I can do. If it's the committee's pleasure, I can look into doing that. So. Is that a head nod? Yes.
Do we have, is it a motion?
I can't motion, but just can he start preparing what the bid would be, and then we could release it in this
Yeah.
committee when the time comes.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So moving on, introduce Nick Sloboda here with White and Company. I'll turn it over to him. They will go ahead and go through each of the 19 bid packages. You've got your papers in front of you to log and follow along. So with that being said, Nick, it's all yours.
Thank you. So, like Wes said, this is the bid opening for Kankakee County New Animal Control. There's 19 bid packages. There's several alternates within each bid package. So if you need me to repeat something, let me know. I can certainly do so. But we're going to start off with bid package 1, which is selective demolition. So first bid is from Breakthrough Enterprises. He acknowledged addendum 1, 2, and 3. Bid bond is present. Base bid, $35,300. I don't see any alternates for his work. Okay. Next bid is from Reser Demolition. Acknowledges addendums 1, 2, and 3.
I don't see it.
I don't see that on.
Yeah, sometimes if they didn't check, that is just a kind of a cheat sheet of
Okay.
who we anticipate bidding, but there might be bidders who are additional that just submitted a bid.
Okay.
So it's Reser, R-E-Z-E-O-R Demolition.
Where are they located?
They are located in Crystal Lake. Bid bond is present. Base bid, $57,975.
Are you just gonna let us know when they're missing something like the addendums, acknowledgement?
Sure, I can do it at
We're just
either.
assume that they're in there, and if they're missing, you'll let us know.
Okay,
Because we didn't hear it on that one. I just want to make sure I'm listening to it the right way.
got
Thank
it.
Is that the same thing as you'll let us know what might disqualify them as bidders? For example, if they don't have their bid bond,
Correct, they would be disqualified and we wouldn't read the bid.
okay, will you identify those as well?
Yes, I'll let you know if I don't see a bid bond in there. The addendum is not terms for disqualification because they can still say they have everything, and some of the addendums might not affect each particular bid package.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, next bid is from Terra Demolition. Do you want to know where they're from?
Yeah.
Melrose Park. All right, base bid, $43,666. Next bid on the list, USD LLC. They're out of Chicago, Illinois. Base bid, $47,000 even.
Wow.
Last bid for this bid package is from National Wrecking Company. They are out of Chicago, Illinois. Base bid, $31,400 even. So that concludes our first bid package selective demo. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Madam Chair, you got Scanlon down here. They didn't submit a bid at all?
Doesn't
They're
appear.
listed here.
Yeah, and it's, some people say they're interested. Like I said, we have a program, a bidding program, Building Connected, we use that tracks all of our bids. So sometimes a bidder will say they're bidding and then last minute they don't get it in time. So we list them down as we think they're gonna bid, but it's not necessarily that we know they're gonna bid for sure, because we don't know until they turn it in before the bid date is due.
So there were no local bidders that submitted bids and who may have been disqualified?
Correct. So we reached out to our pool of subcontractors, which is a wide range of, you know, Chicago, the suburbs, everywhere. And then we also reached out to local contractors through a few connections that we had of people we know that do work down here, and advertised in a local paper as well.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, next bid package, bid package 2, site utilities and excavation. First bid, Tenco Excavating from Bourbonnais, Illinois. Tenco Excavating. Tenco, T-E-N-C-O. And he's out of Bourbonnais. Bid bond. Okay. Base bid, $239,900. I believe there's alternate on here, so let me get to that page. Alternate number 19. He had a deduct of $15,000. So that's it for that one. Next bid is from Kankakee Valley Construction out of Kankakee, Illinois. Bid bond is there. Okay, base bid, $424,900. Alternate number 19, deduct $3,000. All right, next bidder, Reuben E. Smith Construction out of Bradley, Illinois. Okay, base bid, $268,877. Alternate number 19, deduct $6,700. So that concludes bid package 2, site utilities and excavation. Moving on to bid package number 3, which is concrete. First bid is from Lindblad Construction. Base bid, $164,800. $164,800. Sure. Okay, moving on to the alternates. He has a bid for alternate number 12, deduct $3,000. And then also, sorry, alternate number 5, he has a deduct of $11,900. Alternate number 19, deduct $4,200. And then alternate number 22 is an add of $600. Okay. Next bidder, Concrete by Wagner. Base bid, $224,646.
I'm making my ears plug. What's the name of that contract?
Wagner, or sorry, Concrete by Wagner. And he's out of Lockport, Illinois.
Oh, okay, I see that. And the amount?
The amount, base bid, $224,646. Sure. No problem. All right, moving on to the alternates. Alternate number 5, deduct $10,440. Alternate number 12, deduct $3,200. Alternate number 19, deduct $2,180. Alternate number 22 is an add of $5,000. Okay, next bidder, Kevin Nugent Construction out of Bourbonnais, Illinois. Base bid, $178,795. All right, alternate number 5, deduct $8,000. Alternate number 12, deduct $2,450. Alternate number 19, deduct $5,425. Alternate number 22, add $1,700. Okay, next bidder, Reuben E. Smith Construction out of Bradley, Illinois. Base bid, $213,333. Alternate number 5 is a deduct of $25,000. Alternate number 12 is a deduct of $3,300. Alternate number 19 is a deduct of $4,500. And then alternate number 22 is an add of $1,100. Okay, last bid for concrete. Premier Concrete out of St. Charles, Illinois. Or sorry, Premium Concrete. Base bid, $318,800. And the alternate bid form sheet has not been filled out. So that concludes bid package 3, concrete.
Okay.
Moving on to bid package 4, masonry. Okay, first bid is from A1 Group out of Elk Grove Village. Base bid, $212,000 even. Their bid form is listed as Elk Grove Village. Yes, there might be more than one.
Okay.
Sorry, one more time with that amount, 200 and what?
212.
212,000 even.
Thank you.
Okay, alternate number 1 is a deduct, $25,000. Okay, that's it on the alternates.
Okay.
Okay, next bidder is from Jimmy Z Masonry out of Crystal Lake. Base bid, $196,400. Alternate number 1, deduct, $62,000. Okay, next bid is from Rasco Masonry Contractors out of Grays Lake.
This is Chicago. Rasco Masonry Incorporated.
Yeah, it's Rasco Masonry Contractors. This one's out of Grays Lake. Base bid, $200,000 even.
Wow.
Does not have an alternate deduct listed. Okay, next bid, RV Builders Corp. Out of Bridgeview, Illinois. Base bid, $164,000 even. Does not have an alternate filled out on the alternate sheet. Next bid is from Midwest Masonry out of Mundelein, Illinois. Base bid, $178,200. Alternate number 1, deduct $26,000. And that concludes bid package 4, masonry. All right, moving on to bid package 5, structural steel and miscellaneous metals. First bid is from T.A. Bowman Constructors out of Bloomingdale, Illinois. Base bid, $127,600. Alternate number 3, deduct $3,500. Alternate number 4, deduct $4,000. Alternate number 8, deduct $3,000. That's it for the alternates. Next bid is from Guardian Construction Products out of Naperville, Illinois. Base bid, $128,100. Alternate number 3, deduct $850. Alternate number 4, deduct $2,300. Alternate number 8, deduct $4,000. That's it. Okay, next bid is from Testa Steel Contractors out of Shanahan, Illinois. Base bid, $158,500. Alternate number 3, deduct $3,500. Alternate number 4, deduct $4,400. Alternate number 8, deduct $6,500. All right, next bid is from McKinney Steel and Sales out of Zion, Illinois. Base bid, $127,000 even. Alternate number 3, deduct $1,355. Alternate number 4, deduct $2,200. Alternate number 8, deduct $4,895. That concludes bid package 5, structural steel and miscellaneous metals. Moving on to bid package number 6, roofing and sheet metal. First bid, Langlois Roofing out of Kankakee. Base bid, $114,600. Alternate number 2, deduct $500. Alternate number 3, deduct $593. Alternate number 4, deduct $3,352. Let me double check that. You are correct. It's an add. It's an additional exhaust hood equipment, so they're adding an additional curb, so it's additional flashing required, so it would be an add. Thank you for catching that. Add of $500. All right, next bid is from Ellens and Miken Roofing and Sheet Metal. They're out of Joliet, Illinois. Base bid, $118,940. Alternate number 2, which is an add, $1,250. Alternate number 3 is a deduct, $1,580. And then alternate number 4, which is a deduct, $2,340. So that's it for roofing. Next package is bid package 7, aluminum storefront and glazing. First bid is from 3F Corporation out of Alsip, Illinois. 3F. Yeah. Base bid, $73,000 even. Alternate number 3, deduct $15,800. That's all the alternates. Next bid is from Accurate Glass out of Addison, Illinois. Base bid, $54,895. I do not see the alternate bid form. So we'll say no bid on that alternate. Okay, last bid for glass, LS Glass out of Chicago. Base bid, $68,700. Alternate number 3 is a deduct, $13,250. All right, that's it for bid package 7. Number 8 is general carpentry and trades. We have one bidder.
I don't have an 8.
It's the
We don't
big
have an
sheet.
8. Oh, the big one? Oh,
Yeah, it's
got
the
it.
it's the 11 by 17 sheet,
Okay, that threw us off.
because there's a lot of alternates on this one who needed to spread it out. All right, so one bidder here, we have DBM Services out of Mokina, Illinois. Base bid, $1,090,000 even. So that's 1090000. Okay, alternates. Alternate number 1, he has listed as an ad of 22,000. Yeah, so does the paper. So he specifically highlighted ad and added 22,000. So we'll have to make sense of that once we review the scope with him. Alternate number 8, deduct $9,000. Alternate number 9, deduct $5,000. Alternate number 10, deduct $5,000. Alternate number 11, deduct $3,000. Alternate number 13, deduct $1,000. Alternate number 14, deduct $1,000. Alternate number 15, deduct $17,000. And alternate number 20, deduct $15,000. Okay, moving on to bid package 9, acoustical ceilings. First bid is from Just Right Acoustics out of Elk Grove Village. Base bid, $31,900. Do you have any alternates on this one? I don't think so. He has 0 alternates listed. Next bid is from Mangary Construction Company out of Lockport, Illinois. Base bid, $80,000 even. And there's no alternates for acoustical ceiling. Okay, that's it for bid package 9. Moving on to bid package 10. Millwork, we have one bid. It's from Heartland Cabinet Supply out of Crystal Lake. Base bid, $45,000 even. Alternate number 16 would be a deduct of $10,090. Okay, that's it for bid package 10. Moving on to 11, resilient flooring, epoxy flooring, and ceramic and porcelain tile. First bid is from Commercial Floor Covering out of Champaign, Illinois.
Is that TSI commercial flooring?
DBA TSI Commercial Floor Covering, correct. Base bid, $210,365. $210,365. Okay, alternate number 18 is a deduct of $65,325.
300 and what?
325. All right, next bid is from Tiles in Style out of South Holland. Base bid, $230,596. Alternate number 18 is a deduct of $80,000 even. Next bid is from Pinnacle Flooring Company out of Frankfort, Illinois. It just could be the address is off in the system, but he has it listed as Frankfort, Illinois.
Yeah, same area.
Base bid, $158,000 even. Alternate number 18 is a deduct of $54,000 even. All right, next and last bid is from Budala DBA, or also known as Central Rug and Carpet, out of Evanston, Illinois. Base bid, $179,000 even. Alternate number 18, deduct $79,000 even. Okay, that's it for flooring. We're on to bid package number 12, which is painting. First bid is from Miss Sebastian Painting. Doesn't list the address.
What's the name of that company?
Miss Sebastian Painting.
How do you spell it?
MS and then SEBASTIAN.
Baskin, okay.
Yep. Base bid.
Were they located where?
They don't have it listed. I could check the bid bond though. They are out of Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you.
Yep. Base bid, $77,068. Alternate number 18. Let me just read this. Is an ad of $2,883. Okay, next bid is from Oosterbaan and Sons out of Posen, Illinois. Base bid, $108,420. Alternate number 18 is an ad of $4,500. Next and last bid for painting is from Nedro Painting out of Aurora, Illinois. Base bid, $87,500. Alternate number 18 is an add of $20,000 even. Okay, that's it for painting. Moving on to bid package 13, which is plumbing. First bid is from Houlihan Heating and Sheet Metal out of Kankakee. Base bid, $331,757. Sure, $331,757. Okay, alternate number 7 is a deduct, $4,395. And then alternate number 16 is a deduct of $2,945. Next bid is from C.R. Leonard Plumbing and Heating out of Joliet. Base bid, $369,400. Alternate number 7 is a deduct of $5,800. And then alternate number 16 is a deduct of $8,800. Okay, next bid is from Omega Plumbing out of Joliet. Base bid, $340,000 even. Alternate number 7 is a deduct of $1,877. And then alternate number 16 is a deduct of $1,914. Next bidder, Best Plumbing out of Crestwood, Illinois. Base bid, $319,250. Alternate number 7 is a deduct of $5,300. Alternate number 16 is a deduct of $8,250. Okay, next bid, Glade Plumbing and Piping. Glady. They don't have their address, but I'm assuming they're local. Kankakee, okay. Base bid, $351,770. Alternate number 7 is a deduct. There might be some clarification on this, but at first he writes none. PD plumbing drawings show TDs, and then to eliminate TDs, eliminate would be a deduct of $19,000. So we'll have to clarify that. But for now, we can write a deduct of $19,000. And then alternate number 16 is a deduct of $2,700. Okay, next bid is from Helm Mechanical. They're out of Westmont, Illinois. Base bid, $334,800. Alternate number 7 is a deduct of $8,300. Alternate number 16 is a deduct of $11,200. One more for plumbing. Precision Piping out of Kankakee. Base bid, $319,900.
And that company again was what?
Precision.
Precision Piping. Alternate number 7 is a deduct of $6,150. And alternate number 16 is a deduct of $7,775. That concludes bid package 13, plumbing. Next package is bid package 14, fire protection. First bid is from Valley Fire Protection out of St. Charles. Base bid, $74,700. Okay, alternate number 3 is a deduct of $1,960. Is that all they had? Yep. Okay, that's it for alternates. Next bid is from Nelson Fire Protection out of Rockford, Illinois. Base bid, $58,043. So 58043. Alternate number 3 is a deduct of $400. That's it for fire protection. Next package is bid package 15, HVAC. First bid is from Houlihan Heating out of Kankakee. Base bid, $307,729.
Could you repeat this, please?
Sure, $307,729.
Thank you.
307,729.
Thank you.
Yep. We got alternate 2. Alternate number 2 is an add of $9,288. Okay. Next bid is from Amber Mechanical. They are out of Alsip, Illinois. Base bid, $329,000 even. Alternate number 2 is an add of $14,000 even. Okay, next bid is from Helm Mechanical out of Westmont. Base bid, $339,000 even. Alternate number 2 is an add of $29,000 even. Next bid is from Glady Plumbing and Piping out of Kankakee. Base bid, $247,770. Alternate number 2 is an add of $8,500. Okay, next bid is from Key West Metal Industries out of Crestwood, Illinois. Base bid, $331,000 even. Alternate number 2 is an add of $10,400 even. Okay, next bid is from CT Mechanical out of Addison, Illinois. Base bid, $347,000 even. Alternate number 2 is an add of $10,700. That's it for bid package 15, which is HVAC. Moving on to bid package 16, electrical and low voltage. First bid is from Excel Electric out of Frankfurt. Base bid, $538,760. Number 2 and 22. So he has alternate number 21, which is a deduct of $9,475. And then alternate number 22, which is an add of $83,000 even. Next bid is from Outson Electric out of Kankakee. Base bid, $505,140. Alternate number 21 is a deduct of $8,373. Alternate number 22 is an add of $78,668. Okay, last bid, Rudder Electric out of Kankakee. Rudder. Base bid, $442,384. Alternate number 21 is a deduct of $5,623. Alternate number 22 is an add of $81,514. Okay, that's it for electrical. Next bid group is landscaping, bid package 17. We have one bid. The bid is from Allied Landscaping out of Joliet, Illinois. Base bid, $45,285. Alternate number 6 is a deduct of $3,075. Okay, that's it for landscaping. Next package would be bid package 18, which was fencing. We received 0 bids. So we'll move on to bid package 19, which is asphalt. First bid is from AccuPaving out of Broadview, Illinois. Base bid, $62,380. Any alternates? 5. Okay. Alternate number 5 is listed as an add of $15,500. And the alternate number 19 is a deduct of $9,000. Okay, one more bid from Kankakee Valley Construction out of Kankakee. Base bid, $68,400.
Yeah, 62,380.
Alternate number 5 is an add of $12,250. And then alternate number 19 is a deduct of $6,000 even. So that concludes our bid group 1, bid packages 1 through 19.
So we'll ask for a motion upon review to go with the lowest responsible bidder for each package.
Do we have a motion, Mr. Smith, and a second by Mr. Dunhill? Mr. Wheeler, do you have a question?
You, actually. First one is the highest ticket item on the board only had one bidder.
Correct.
I'm hesitant to accept that bid. I would question our consultant in this case. Should we rebid this part of it?
Yeah, I would, there's a lot that's, a lot of scope of work that's in there. It's kind of a general trade. There's many things tied into there, all the small stuff. But yeah, at this point, you know, with where our budget is, that's a big chunk of what we're trying to do. So I would recommend that we go back out to bid, maybe tweak the scope a little bit and look at where that, you know, the value came in and then rebid it here in the near future.
Is the motion and a second okay with rejecting that bid and putting that back out?
That one and the one for landscaping that didn't have any, or fencing that didn't have any.
Fencing as well?
Correct, fencing as well.
Make that as an addition?
That only had one. Give me 1 second, please.
Yeah, this is just a comment. What's our overall budget?
For trade contractor,
Everything.
it's about 2.5 million for
Yeah.
what we read off for the actual work, and then
Yeah,
there's,
what I was concerned about is all this money going
No
up.
work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No work.
All this money going up I-57, and I know that's pretty good for maybe some of the tradespeople or the workers staying up in Bradley, I guess. But I hate to see all this money going outside of Kankakee County. And I'm not talking about bid rigging, any of that. I'm not even intimating that. I'm just concerned that this is a major project and our local businesses are not reaping the benefits. I understand that they had equal access to the bids, but I want you to take a look at this carefully in terms of how the bids have come in and some of the disparity of, like the landscaping, for example. I don't know if somebody mentioned that. I don't understand why local people could, only got to go a few miles to provide the necessary materials, didn't get a bid. But anyway, take a look at this stuff and maybe come back and tell us, and kind of in concert with the chairman has indicated about the bid amounts, a few bids, lack of bids, and I'd like to see more people locally reaping some of the benefits from these, taxpayers' dollars. So just be cognizant of that. And also what I mentioned too, Nick, is that, and the paving and so forth, and I'm sure there's some female business or women business enterprise, some minority business enterprise, SBE, small business enterprises that can serve as subs or some of this stuff. Some of these bidders, successful bidders, may want to contract this stuff out to other businesses locally. So I just want you guys to take a look at this carefully and see what we can do in terms of enhancing local businesses without even an inference of bid rigging at all.
Okay. Mr. Wheeler, did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a couple. The fire protection, is that the sprinklering? Or
Correct.
There's nothing to do with ongoing, extinguisher maintenance and all that other stuff. That's all just the infrastructure in the building.
Correct.
Okay. And was there a requirement on, in the road business, it's ATC's apprentice training program attachments? Did we put that in our bid, that we were looking to see that people had apprentice training programs? I can't remember if we did or not.
We did not include it. But most of the time, with being a union, we will have, you know, several apprentices on the job, working through it, but it was not a requirement in the bid document.
Correct. I just want to make sure I walk the correct line, because we definitely, you know, we have to pay prevailing wage. We
Absolutely.
work with the collectively bargained units, so I just want to make sure that we stay on the right side of that.
Sure.
That policy and really mandate on some levels. So I think that may be a little bit of where Steve was coming from too as well. Yeah. So it's there was one other question. I think maybe Amanda covered that. It might have been the fencing and landscaping
And millwork.
and millwork. If we had single bidders on stuff, we may want to take a look at that again.
Yeah,
And then maybe target our locals and call them just to make sure you saw this bid, correct? I was surprised not to see local landscapers, to be honest. Yeah.
we did receive a local landscape bid directly through Building Connected, but they obviously didn't follow the public bid requirements and sealed bid of all that. So we reached out to them, told them, hey, sorry, this is a public bid opening, needs to be sealed, you need to have a bid bond.
And we
So-
didn't see it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so they didn't resubmit. But we could certainly look at the packages that we have only one bid and see if we want to rebid those. Reach out further and make more calls and, you know, get the message out that it's back on the street.
Chair recognizes Mr. Smith.
I'm just wondering how long these projects have been out for bid, and how long will it take to get some of these rebid?
This project has been out for 15 days on the street as far as the drawings and documents being available. To rebid it, we would have to kind of go back to the drawing board and make a few adjustments and then get the package. So it'd be another 10 days is the rule that you have to have at minimum on the street. So we would be at least looking back into June. But for like landscaping and fencing, this stuff, that scope of work is at the end of the job. We certainly have enough time to rethink our strategy and put that back out if need be.
Okay. Ms. Earps?
I could be wrong here, but on the general carpeting and trades, I would assume it's Johnson Downs in the area, PSI in the area, some large companies that we have in the area that could also bid on this one, that I would recommend those be reached on the one that's $1.9 million. Not sure if I'm correct on that, but I would think our local businesses could compare or equal to opportunity.
Sure.
Thank you, Ms. Earps. Chair recognizes Mr. Wheeler.
Without being specific, there was a few that declined to bid
All right.
that may or may not have been mentioned there. So just so you know, Wes did reach out to our local on that either GC or do a lot of those different things here locally, and they were aware
Okay.
because I got the phone calls.
Yeah, we added several to our bid software, Building Connected, and the invitation went out.
Chair recognizes Mr. Hunter.
Yeah, again, just to be redundant, I guess, and to echo the comments of Chairman Wheeler, the apprenticeship stuff that he referred to, and before we started the process, I talked about minority subs in terms of WBE, MBE, SBE, and I would just, if we do some stuff in the future, I'd like to see that stuff incorporated. And it's not just an inference, but a requirement. We need to get more bang for our buck. In fact, the NAACP met with the Midwestern Carpenters about 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about different initiatives and enhancing the participation of women, people of color in the building trades, specifically carpentry and so forth. So again, I see a lot of this money going up I-57, 294, and it's nice for people to have ribeye once in a while as opposed to hash, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, we got capitalists around here. People like to eat at Tucci's once in a while, as opposed to McDonald's. So, just making you cognizant of that, Nick. So.
Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Do you have a comment?
Yeah, I just to let the committee know, the reason we're bidding it out this way is for two reasons. First of all, White's specific role in this process is because they build animal control facilities and courthouses. It's a very, it's a specialized industry in that aspect, because there's a lot of regulations that normally are not even recognized to be adhered to by a local GC. We're not saying they couldn't do it. So this is a little bit of an aberration, because we haven't bid out packages this way in the past with like 12 different sub packages. And there is always the danger of, for a local vendor to have somebody from out of town get it. Now, we have different, what do they call that, scales here as compared to that market in Chicago. They have, on the big equipment stuff, there's always, you know, getting the stuff to the site, that's an added expense. So by dint of that, our locals do have a leg up on the bidding process. But you are correct. We just want to make sure that everybody is aware it has the sharpest pencil possible, because we have to do this because of the cost overruns that we're seeing during supply chain and everything else. We have to have all these alternates because our costs doubled during this project. So we have to be able to have a lever to pull if we are short. And that's, I just want to make sure everybody knows, we're going through this painful process now, so we can either add or remove things as according to these sheets based on the budget we have to spend. I hope that makes sense.
It does.
It allows us flexibility.
Absolutely. It's a very specialized project,
Yeah.
working with the animals. Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Are there any other questions? We do have a motion and a second on the floor with some
Caveats, yeah, I want those clarified.
all right.
So it sounds like we're looking for a motion then to go with the lowest responsible bidder for all the bid packages, excluding landscape, millwork, and general carpentry and trades. Is that accurate? And fencing.
Fencing.
So the lowest responsible bidder for all the bid packages, with the exceptions of landscape, millwork, general carpentry and trades, and fencing, to be rebid. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll ask for a motion. then.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor with the additions, and now we take a roll call vote, correct, Mr. Wheeler? Okay, a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Parker?
Aye.
Mr. Hunter? Mr. Hess?
Aye.
Mr. Dennell?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Armourps? Ms. Monday?
Aye.
Mr. Scanlon? Mr. Wheeler? Motion carries.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all we got.
Thank you
Oh,
so
we
much.
got-
We have a question. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Okay. Chair recognizes.
Earned. What, we've got bids, are you gonna let those people rebid when you put this back out, or how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, anybody would be able to rebid.
So
You know-
we're actually rejecting their bids?
Only on the four that we suggested, right?
Right, I know what you, yeah, I know that part. So I'll use the $1 million one. That bid has been rejected and it's gonna have to be rebid, totally.
Correct, and we would change the scope, you know, a little bit on those packages, or have something different because now everybody would have those, you know, their number on the street, correct? So
Correct, that's what I'm worried about,
yeah,
yeah.
so we would have to change the scope, schedule, there'd be something different to those packages. You know, the fencing package, since we didn't get any bidders, what I would try to do is probably put that into the general trades package. A lot of times the fencing guys are a little smaller, they can't bond stuff, so we would probably combine that, and that would give us a decent amount of change to adjust the scope, where it would be, you know, fair again for everybody.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hess. Mr. Hunter?
Yeah, again, I know I'm monopolizing a little bit, but now with respect to rebidding and the comments the chairman made with respect to what I indicated about SBE, MBE and stuff, would that be appropriate to be reflected in the bids? New bids?
That's not my decision to make, if that's what
Well, you're our consultant, come on. Man. You incorporating the other stuff, I mean, you know, and I've articulated the stuff that he mentioned about the apprentice stuff and if it's germane. But anyway, chew on that and see what you come up with.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you my card too, so
Sounds good.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. Okay, any further questions or comments? Okay,
Not a bad procedure, really.
Thank you very much for your time, by the way.
Sure.
okay, we
Need a
need to
drink
go.
of water.
Okay, we need to go to old business, correct? Old business, and that's the update on the next phase of the courthouse ADA project.
I think Chairman Wheeler is going to walk us through this one.
Yeah, sorry, I was just finishing up the tying up this bit here. We're just finishing the basement. It's, if you haven't been over there, I would highly recommend it. Take a walk through. Do you have the security entrance done yet? Has all that equipment been installed? It was the one thing that wasn't there when I was there last.
Yeah, the X-ray machine is there. The metal detector is there. It's not all hooked up yet, but yes, it's all in there.
Phenomenal. It is just fabulous. New floor, new everything. We're leaving a legacy down there for 50 years, really. And hopefully people aren't serving on a jury for 50 years because that's torture. But it's a lot less torturous with what we're doing. I'm talking to the chief judge about a after hours. I just sent Wes an email today, copied the Chamber of Commerce for June, sometime in June, to have and talk about all the ADA upgrades we've done over there during COVID. They've kind of went unnoticed, if you will, the circle drive all the way through the ramp and everything else. Also talk about the new computer system. Also talk about phase 2, if you will, or phase 2B, which is the ADA renovation of Sandy's office. We've put to bed the lawsuit, if you will, from the Attorney General, Madigan. That's how long it's been since we were mandated to upgrade the courthouse up to, so we have the ADA courtroom, the ADA jury assembly now. We did all of that stuff during COVID to no fanfare, but that we weren't looking for it. It just is the right thing to do. Now we're to the point where we have to address the transition plan, which is the spaces where our employees work within certain buildings around the county. And one of the worst was the circuit clerk's office. It's almost like living in a submarine. The desks are too close together. You can't get assisted devices down the aisles. We all know that it needs a facelift. It's not major construction. It's not like the basement. So just letting the committee know, we're just starting that conversation with Sandy, Doug Bright, our architect, on what this little facelift looks like. You know, the door entrances and things like that into that area, the way they serve the counter, the desks, you know, the way they're arranged, all of that in that space on the second floor. And really that'll be the end of the ADA. As far as we know. You know, we've been released from all lawsuits and complaints from the Attorney General at that point. So that'll be the last phase.
We have been or we will?
We have been for the date certain things. So they were to the point where the next step was take over the county's budget and fix the courthouse at the expense, you know, lay everybody off and fix the courthouse. That's where we were at about
8 years ago?
9 years ago. Yeah.
I remember when that
so
came
I
through.
just we were advised by our attorney at the time to ignore the letters from the Attorney General, and that doesn't go well, especially when it's Lisa Madigan. So we addressed it, we fixed it, but now this is the last phase over there, if you will, of the internal operations.
Yes.
But it's not major construction like the basement. It's more facelift, duct cleaning, and arrangement of the office for ADA standard. The entrance, everything.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Okay, Mr. Hunter,
Yeah, just real quick. Andy,
could you talk
remember
into
there
the
was-
microphone, please?
I'm sorry, there was a committee, I think Tyler Tall, Alderman Tall at that point, may have been on a committee, and I'm not sure if Dr. Polk was on that committee. Do you remember, refresh my memory, because it goes back sometime.
There's a Blue Ribbon
Yeah.
Commission that was put together about 2012.
Yeah.
When these, maybe 2011, when the lawsuits first started. And then it finally got to the point of a presentation that we paid about $600,000 for to a consultant. That's all we got was a PowerPoint, and it was a $190 million courthouse expansion. So that went over like the old proverbial lead balloon, and we didn't speak of it again. Now we're speaking of other things that are more within our cost realm of possibilities to achieve the same goals.
Absolutely. Be nice to see that completion as well. Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion, Mr. Hess, to adjourn the meeting if there are no other questions, comments, or business. Thank you, Mr. Hess, and a second by Ms. Monday. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting until next month? Aye. Aye. Anybody opposed?